Welcome to the Dreams of Consciousness podcast. If you'd be so kind, would you mind introducing yourself?
My name is Vil, and I play drums for Fuck the Facts.
And how would you describe the music of Fuck the Facts?
It's a metal band that's heavily influenced by grindcore, but we kind of try and do a bunch of different stuff. But it's mostly like a straight up metal band with different influences.
And where are you guys based?
We're based out of Gatineau, Quebec, and we're right on the border with Ontario. So we practice in Ontario, but we all live in Quebec.
Fuck the Facts has actually been on the blog before. I interviewed you and Topon, your bandmate, back in 2015 in a written Q&A interview. I actually have kind of a little bit of a history with Fuck the Facts in the sense that when I moved back to New York in 2008, I think the very first show I saw living back in the city was you guys with another grindcore band at the Knitting Factory. Do you remember the show?
The Knitting Factory?
Yeah. The old Knitting Factory, the one in Lower Manhattan.
I think it was with Psyopus.
That's right. That's exactly right. It was you guys in Psyopus. And, at the time, it wasn't really clear like what direction metal was going to go in, but I think what struck me about Fuck the Facts was, when I left New York, bands like Cephalic Carnage and Soylent Green were really popular. When I came back, the first band I saw was Fuck the Facts, and so it seemed like, metal was going in this direction where bands were very open to having different influences and things like that. And you guys were definitely, a grindcore band, but a grindcore band with a lot of doom influences and a lot of melodic parts and, some atmospheric parts and things like that. Did you guys always have it in you that you wanted to combine all these different kinds of music together in your songs?
At that time, at least, we were like a 5-piece band, or maybe, I think so. We're a 4-piece band, but there's everyone has different influences and references. So, and the writing is always, the more the merrier. The more people are involved, the better it is, and I think that's really what helps Fuck the Facts. Write the songs that we write. I don't know if there's a conscious effort or it's just, that's kind of what the name stands for me, at least. It's kind of doing whatever we want to do musically. And yeah, like it depends on what we're listening at the time too. We don't only listen to grindcore, obviously. And as we're getting older, I guess we're listening to a bunch of different stuff as well, and probably opening our horizons even more. But yeah, it's just, I think we don't always want to just play fast, and we just want to write, good songs. So we try to treat every song the best way we can.
If there's a unifying element to a Fuck the Facts song, what would you say it is?
Good question. I'm not sure. It's especially now because we're just two. It's just me and Topon writing all the music. So yeah, I think just working together as a duo, at least for the writing of the music. It's just there's a chemistry, I think, between me and Topon. We've been jamming together for like 15 years. I think the main part for us now is just to enjoy what we're doing. I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but we were so active, at a certain point, just doing shows and recording, and now it's just about having fun and enjoying the music and enjoying the time that we have together, practicing and playing shows and meeting people. So yeah, I think it's just a question of enjoying ourselves mainly.
Topon formed the band in the late 90s, and I think originally formed it as a bit of a solo project. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then around 2001 is when it was fleshed out to a full band. And since then, you guys have released, I think, is it 7 albums? And you've got an 8th one coming out soon?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and for a while you guys were on Relapse. The last album that you put out was Desire Will Rot, which was in 2015. And then you guys took a little bit of a break. Would you mind telling me why you guys took some time off?
Well, we did Desire Will Rot, and we had a few tours lined up. You know, we wanted to do like our usual, you know, routes. So we did Canada, the United States, and then we went to Europe. And I think we knew going in that we were going to take a break after that tour cycle. And, you know, because it was pretty much nonstop for over a decade. So I think we just needed a break. We just needed to do something else, kind of go back to a bit more like simple stuff and go to a normal life, at least for, you know, a year or so. And, you know, we're older. Some people have like kids and stuff. So it's such a different context than, you know, like 12, 13 years ago, where everything was about playing music, going on tour and pushing the band as, you know, as far as possible. So yeah, we just took a break, and then we got back from Europe and we said, all right, see you later. And then I didn't see the guys for like a full year. And then we were like, all right, maybe we should start playing again. We started jamming and putting songs together, and we played a show. Like it's still like super like smooth compared to before, but I think it was a good break for us. So now we're back, and it feels really good.
So let's talk about this new album that you guys have coming out. Would you mind saying the name for me?
Pleine Noirceur.
Pleine Noirceur will be coming out on November 20th through your own label, Noise Salvation. What does the title mean?
It's like the literal translation would be full darkness.
Tell me, so this is the first album that you guys put out after your break. How long had you guys actually been working on this?
It's been a while, actually, because I recorded the drums in January 2018. So the main bulk of the work was in 2017, and we finished recording everything and, you know, the mix and master just a few months ago. So it took a while, but yeah, but now at least it's done and ready to go.
And did you guys record this as a 3-piece?
Yeah. So is me and Topon for the music, and Mel did all the vocals.
And this is the first album you guys worked on as a 3-piece, right?
I think so. I trying to remember, but I think so. Yeah, we did some stuff as a 4-piece, but I think we did This Gorgeous Mexico as a 3-piece as well, if I remember correctly.
Was that more challenging? Because I imagine there was a lot more responsibility on your shoulders and Topon's shoulders to put the music together.
I think this time around wasn't as bad as let's say This Gorgeous Mexico, because for This Gorgeous Mexico we had, you know, rented a studio in Ottawa, and we had an engineer as well. So we had like 10 or 11 days, I think. So that was, you know, like obviously a lot of time pressure and financial pressure as well. And now since we record everything at Topon Studio, we could, you know, take our time. There's no rush. We still wanted to, you know, do it as fast as possible, but at least we didn't have that time factor this time around. So it's more work, but at least it wasn't like stressful or anything like that. We could take our time and track some stuff, listen to it, and then go back into the studio and fix things or try new things. So again, like I was saying earlier, like it's all about enjoying what we're doing. If it's not fun, it's just not worth it for us.
So tell me a little bit about this album. What can people expect from it?
I think they can expect what the kind of stuff we usually do, I would say. There's some really like slower song, and I feel like it's definitely an album you have to like sit down and give it like a decent chance. You know, just like put headphones on and sit back and relax. And it's probably going to be one of those albums too that you might want to listen to like a few times. But there's our usual grindy fast songs and our slower and melodic stuff. So it's a big mashup, I would say, because some of the stuff was written like like 15 years ago, and some of the stuff was written in the studio. So it's not like one big block that just came together like as we were writing. Like it's a compilation of a bunch of different stuff that we had lying around and some totally new stuff. So I think it's a good mix, and it's a nice listen. It definitely, I think it takes you somewhere. So it's fun in that regard.